If you're watching this video, it's likely because you've taken a long, hard look at your safety performance from 2025 and realized that something just didn't click. Maybe you had too many near misses, or perhaps there was an incident that keeps you up at night. Or maybe you just feel like you're constantly policing adults who should know better. If your health and safety system failed in 2025, don't panic. It doesn't mean that you are bad at your job. It doesn't mean that your team is broken. It usually just means you are focusing on the wrong parts of the equation. Today, we're going to fix that for 2026. We are going to walk you through the 5-step approach to rebuild your safety culture, combining the robust structures of the Triple P system with the psychological power of the mindset evolution schema. Let's diagnose the problem. Usually when a safety system fails, we immediately blame the paperwork. We think we need a new checklist, a longer policy, or a stricter penalty. But here's the hard truth we need to embrace for 2026. Rules do not keep people safe. Mindset does. Traditionally, health and safety training is often taught as a rigid system of rules and compliance checklists. This is what we call the IQ, or intellectual quotient of safety. This covers what you know. It includes knowing the Occupational Health and Safety Act, knowing how to operate a forklift, or even perhaps memorizing the 5 steps of a lockout procedure. But experience demonstrates a critical limitation. You can have the highest safety IQ in the world, but if you panic under pressure or value speed over safety, you're still going to get hurt. This brings us to the first step in your recovery plan, which is revisiting your foundation through the Triple P system. Triple P stands for policies, procedures, and practices. This is your rule book. It is the technical framework that tells your team exactly what to do. If your 2025 was rough, you need to audit your Triple P documents. But don't just look for the spelling errors. Ask yourself if these policies actually account for human reality. Let me give you a practical example. Look at your risk assessment. A standard risk assessment typically identifies physical hazards like exposed wires or slippery floors. But does your risk assessment identify behavioral hazards? If you look at a comprehensive risk assessment for operating a diesel forklift, it lists hazards like driver is distracted or loses concentration, or even person is exposed to workload pressures. These hazards are not just mechanical failures, they are human failures. Your Triple P system must document these behavioral risks just as clearly as you document a loose bolt. Once you've established your policies, procedures, and practices are sound, you have to bridge the gap between the paper and the person. This is now where most systems fail in 2025. You probably had rules, but you didn't have the culture to support them. This is where the mindset evolution schema comes in. The MES is a coaching tool designed to influence behavior by changing the internal equation that actually produces it. We use a methodology called the roots to fruit model to understand this more clearly. Imagine a tree. The visible fruit on the tree represents the behaviors you see on the work floor. If an employee wears their PPE, follows the lockout procedure, and cleans up a spill timely, those are all good fruits. If they rush, cut corners, and ignore hazards, well, that's a rotten fruit. Looking back in 2025, you probably spent a lot of time trying to fix the fruit. You saw a worker not wearing gloves and you yelled, "Put your gloves on." This is fixing the fruit. But if you don't fix the root, the fruit will just rot again tomorrow. Now, for 2026, we are going underground. The roots of the tree represent personal traits and emotional intelligence. These are things like calmness, curiosity, and integrity. These roots feed the trunk of the tree, which represents beliefs. So if a worker has a root of impatience, for example, it feeds the belief that says speed is more important than safety. That belief now travels up the trunk to the branches, which are essentially your values, and eventually produces the unsafe behaviors you see. Now, to fix the system, you have to coach the person, not just the hazard. So, step 2 of your 2026 plan is to stop acting like the old school safety officer and start acting like the Triple P champion. You are the actual bridge between the IQ of the Triple P system and the emotional intelligence of the workforce. When you see the safety system fail, you need to use the MES to actually diagnose what is really going on. Is it a lack of skill, which is an IQ problem, or is it a lack of mindset, which is an emotional intelligence problem? For example, if a forklift driver causes an accident because they didn't know how to read the load capacity chart, well, that's an IQ failure. You solve that problem with training and procedures. But if they knew the limit and exceeded it anyway because they were rushing to go home, that's an EI failure. And no amount of technical training will fix that. You have to coach the mindset. This now leads us to step 3, which is applying the MES coaching protocol. In 2026, when you engage with your team, you are going to use the levels of the MES to identify where the blockage is and how to actually coach it. We don't necessarily label people as being in a certain level in the MES, but we rather use the levels to understand their current state of ownership regarding safety. Perhaps you are dealing with a situation that requires coaching at a compliance level. This is where the employee only follows rules when supervised. They are doing it because they have to, not because they want to. Here, your job is to create structure and enforce the standards found in your PPP documents. You are not discussing deep beliefs just yet, rather you are establishing the non-negotiables. However, maybe you identify that the team has the knowledge but lacks the consistency under pressure. This suggests a struggle at the perception level, where limiting beliefs are taking over. Maybe they believe that it won't happen to me or safety slows me down. In 2026, you need to use your influence to reframe those beliefs. You have to help them understand that real speed means 0 accidents. You need to guide the team to see that safety isn't a burden, but rather a tool that ensures they go home healthy and safe to their families. What you're actually doing now is you are moving them from an external locus of control, where they blame the boss or the equipment, to a more positive one, which we call an internal locus of control, where they say things like, I am responsible for my own safety. Step 4 is integrating this into your daily routine using the synergy between the MES and the PPP. The fact of the matter is you cannot have one without the other. Without the PPP system, you have no standard to coach towards. You are simply just giving pep talks. Without the MES, your procedures are just pieces of paper that get ignored when the production pressure hits. Now, let's look at a practical example of how the synergy works for a task like accessing a distribution board. The PPP system provides the safe operating procedure. It tells you things like lockout, tagout, and ensure that the equipment is actually dead. That's the IQ part of things. The risk assessment highlights the dangers of persons taking shortcuts due to workload pressures. That's the hazard. Now, apply the MES. You are the PPP champion. You see an electrician rushing towards the DB board without his lock. You stop him, and instead of citing the regulation, which is the IQ part of things, you engage the emotional intelligence approach. By doing this, you acknowledge the pressure he is under. You ask him to pause. You remind him that his trait of calmness is more valuable right now than his trait of speed. You help him access that belief that I can handle pressure without compromising safety. By doing this and taking this approach, you are not just enforcing a rule, you are strengthening his internal roots so that next time he makes the safe choice even when you aren't there. You're using the system to support his self-management. If you want to learn more about the Mindset Evolution Schema, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, as we will be launching a formal MES coaching course on this channel very soon. And finally, step 5 for 2026 is to build a culture of sunlight. In our Roots to Fruit model, sunlight represents leadership and influence. It is the attitude you bring to the floor. If you only walk around with an attitude of panic or disconnect, you cast a shadow that stops your safety tree from actually growing. By doing this, your team will start hiding mistakes and just do the bare minimum. But if you bring an attitude of calmness, encouragement, and engagement, you are now creating an environment where safety actually thrives. You need to model the behavior you want to see. If you want them to be diligent with their risk assessments, you must be diligent with your feedback. Or if you want them to be honest about near misses, you must react with gratitude when they report them, not just anger. So, Here's your summary checklist for a successful 2026. First, review your Triple P documents and ensure your risk assessment includes behavioral hazards, not just physical ones. Secondly, stop trying to fix the fruit. When an accident happens, dig for the root cause. Was it a trait like impulsiveness or a limiting belief like overconfidence? Third, become a Triple P champion. Distinguish between IQ failures and emotional intelligence failures and coach the person accordingly using the MES protocols. And step 4 is to integrate your Triple P documents and your MES coaching together to make sure they complement each other. And finally, be the sunlight. Creating your psychological environment where your team feels safe to speak up and take ownership. The goal for 2026 is not a workplace full of people who follow rules because they are afraid of getting fired. It is to cultivate a workforce who are safe by nature because it's who they actually are. It's about moving them from compliance to commitment and finally to identity. It is a journey, but with the Triple P system as your map and the Mindset Evolution Schema as your compass, it's a journey you can navigate successfully. We'd like to thank you if you've made it this far into the video. If you learned something, please consider leaving the video a like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest health and safety trends. Feel free to start a conversation in the comments down below. We really do respond to all our comments and would love to hear your thoughts. And then for the viewers out there, as always, stay safe, stay inspired, and until next time, take care.